So if you're having trouble finding Christmas lights this year, turns out you are not alone.
Yeah, sales are skyrocketing, and part of the reason has to do with COVID. Scripps reporter Chris Conte shines a light on what's happening.
If Santa were to find his way to Baltimore, Maryland, 34th Street might be the perfect place to land.
Had to have a little joy, so we put the lights up.
And Bob Hosier
This is insane.
might be the perfect person to welcome him to the neighborhood.
One city block that for a month a year, everybody comes out and makes this.
This is a sight to behold.
34th Street in Hamden.
1981 was the first time Bob Hosier strung up a strand of Christmas lights.
It's been a terrible year.
And this year, more than ever, he knew his gift to the world had to shine.
With the amount of people out of work, the kids that aren't going to have a great Christmas, this is free. Don't cost anything.
Candy cane! And look at... Do you hear that?
No amount of social distancing can dim this display.
And look!
Turns out, though, Bob Hosier isn't alone in his love for light. Sales of Christmas lights in this country are up some 20% in 2020.
Put a little joy on the kids' faces, yeah, you only have to put one string of lights up.
But the holidays aside, there might be something much deeper at play that helps explain Americans' newfound fascination with Christmas lights this year.
It's far easier to understand anything when you can turn the light on.
In a year defined by darkness, psychology professor Christine Batcho sees a reason behind those skyrocketing light sales.
Holidays themselves then are wonderful social or community markers for time. It reminds us that there's a cycle to nature.
With so many of our routines upended, putting up lights can be a marker in time, a way for our subconscious to reset.
None of us can stop time. None of us can reverse it. But when you put up those lights, in a way you're saying, but I have control over this. I'm going to tell the world that, hey, it's time to take a break.
One other thing Bob Hosier learned long ago, looking at lights is like standing in a museum and analyzing a piece of art.
Pretty humbling the amount of people come by and see this, believe me.
It's an act of hope, and we all are anticipating the end of the pandemic. So this takes on more meaning, more purpose.
In a year that has seen its fair share of darkness,
A turning thing! A turning thing! It made me dizzy.
perhaps these tiny little bulbs are lighting the way forward.
But a little bit of light just shines that much brighter.
In Baltimore, Maryland, I'm Chris Conte.